Welcome to HouseLux Estate, your go-to channel for all things interpersonal. We're dedicated to providing you with actionable tactics and insights to navigate the maze of human interactions. From building stronger relationships to acing that job interview, we've got you covered. Today, we're turning our attention to a particularly tricky area: difficult conversations. Yes, those heart-pounding, stomach-churning exchanges we all wish we could avoid, but inevitably have to face. We've all been there, and it's never easy, but worry not, because we're here to help. We've compiled a list of 10 strategies that can turn those nerve-wracking encounters into opportunities for growth and understanding. These are well-researched, tried-and-true methods that can help you not just survive, but thrive in these challenging situations. So, fasten your seatbelts, because we're about to take a deep dive into the art of conversation. So, without further ado, let's delve into our first strategy. First, always prepare before diving into a difficult conversation. This is a golden rule because preparation is the key that unlocks the door to successful dialogue. Let's delve a little deeper. You need to understand the issue at hand. Ask yourself, what are the core elements that need to be addressed? This understanding will guide the conversation, ensuring it remains focused and productive. Next, pinpoint your desired outcome. What are you hoping to achieve from this conversation? Having a clear goal will provide a direction, a roadmap to navigate the talk effectively. Lastly, anticipate possible reactions. People are unique, and so are their responses. Some may react defensively, while others might withdraw. By anticipating these reactions, you're better equipped to handle them, thereby preventing the conversation from spiraling into an argument. In essence, preparation is about gaining clarity, setting a direction, and anticipating reactions. Remember, the key to a successful conversation lies in thorough preparation. Secondly, practice active listening. This isn't just about hearing the words someone is saying, it's about truly understanding their thoughts, feelings, and perspectives. You see, when we're engaged in a difficult conversation, it's easy to get caught up in formulating our own responses. However, taking the time to really listen can make a world of difference. Active listening involves offering full attention to the speaker, avoiding interruption, and responding appropriately to their statements. It's about showing empathy and understanding, which can help build rapport and trust. This way, you're not just waiting for your turn to talk. Instead, you're truly engaged in the conversation, showing the other person that their views are valued. Remember, the goal is not to win the argument, but to understand each other better. By practicing active listening, you're not just hearing but understanding, not just responding, but comprehending. Active listening not only shows respect but also helps in finding common ground. Thirdly, maintain your composure. This is an essential element in navigating difficult conversations. When faced with challenging discussions, it's easy for emotions to run high, for voices to rise, and for tempers to flare. But remember, staying calm and composed is the key to preventing the situation from escalating. When you maintain your composure, you exhibit emotional intelligence. You are demonstrating that you can handle tough situations with grace and maturity. More importantly, you're setting the tone for the conversation. By remaining composed, you encourage the other person to do the same. A calm demeanor also allows you to think more clearly, to listen more effectively, and to respond more thoughtfully. This will help you get your point across in a more convincing manner and will also make it easier to understand the other person's perspective. In conclusion, the ability to stay composed during difficult conversations is a powerful tool. Stay calm, stay composed, and steer the conversation in a positive direction. Fourth, make use of I statements. This strategy is a powerful tool when navigating difficult conversations. I statements allow you to express your feelings and concerns without sounding accusatory or confrontational. Instead of blaming or criticizing the other person, I statements focus on your own feelings and experiences. Let's consider an example. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," which can put the other person on the defensive, try saying, "I feel unheard when I express my ideas." This shifts the focus from a direct accusation to expressing how you feel in the situation. I statements encourage empathy, promote open dialogue, and reduce defensive reactions. They allow the other person to understand your viewpoint without feeling attacked, which can lead to a more constructive conversation. So the next time you're in a challenging conversation, remember to express your feelings using I statements. Remember, I statements foster understanding and reduce defensive reactions. Fifth, seek to understand before being understood. This strategy might sound counterintuitive, but it's a game changer in navigating difficult conversations. It's about putting your needs and desires on hold for a moment and genuinely trying to comprehend the other person's perspective. You see, when someone feels heard and understood, they're more likely to lower their defenses, making the conversation flow more smoothly. It's like you're creating a safe space for both of you to express yourselves without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. Moreover, understanding the other person's viewpoint doesn't mean you agree with them. It just means you acknowledge their feelings and thoughts as valid, even if they differ from yours. This approach fosters respect and trust, two key elements in any conversation. So the next time you find yourself in a challenging conversation, pause, listen, and strive to understand the other person's point of view. Remember, understanding breeds empathy, and empathy breeds resolution. Sixth, exercise patience. It's the underpinning of any successful dialogue, and it's particularly crucial when navigating tough conversations. Patience gives us the breathing space to process information, react thoughtfully, and avoid the pitfalls of impulsive responses. Imagine you're in the middle of a heated discussion. The tension is palpable, your heart's pounding, and your instinct might be to speed things up, to rush towards a resolution. But resist that urge, slow down, take a pause. Let the other person finish their thoughts. Rushing can lead to misunderstandings. It can make the other person feel unheard, which only adds fuel to the fire. Instead, by being patient, you're showing respect. You're signaling that you value the other person's perspective, even if you don't agree with it. And remember, patience isn't about passivity. It's about active engagement. It's about taking the time to understand, to empathize, and to respond in a way that fosters resolution, not resentment. Patience truly is a virtue, especially in difficult conversations. Seventh, be assertive, not aggressive. You might be wondering, what's the difference? Well, it's all in the approach. Assertiveness involves expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs in an open and honest way, while respecting the rights of others. It's about standing your ground, but doing so with respect and without causing harm. On the other hand, aggression often involves imposing your will on others, disregarding their feelings or rights. It can lead to conflict, resentment, and in the long run, damage relationships. So, how do you ensure you're being assertive and not aggressive? Start by choosing your words carefully. Avoid blaming language and instead focus on expressing your own feelings. Also, try to remain calm and composed, even if the conversation gets heated. Remember, assertiveness is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice to master. But the rewards are worth it. Better relationships, increased self-confidence, and constructive outcomes in difficult conversations. Being assertive means standing up for your rights without violating others. Eighth, focus on solutions, not problems. This strategy is pivotal in navigating difficult conversations. It's easy to get caught up in the problem at hand, but it's essential to shift our focus to finding viable solutions. Imagine you're lost in a labyrinthine maze. Instead of dwelling on the fact that you're lost, wouldn't it be more productive to start looking for a way out? The same principle applies to difficult conversations. By focusing on solutions, we move from a place of stagnation and helplessness to a place of action and empowerment. Focusing on solutions doesn't mean ignoring the problem. It means acknowledging the issue and then actively seeking ways to resolve it. This approach can lead to a more productive conversation, as it encourages cooperation and fosters a sense of shared responsibility. In the end, it's not about winning or losing. It's about problem solving together, finding common ground, and reaching a resolution. Remember, focusing on solutions propels the conversation forward. Ninth, agree to disagree. In the course of difficult conversations, it's of utmost importance to remember that not every discussion will end in consensus. It's an ideal, but not a mandate. There will be times when viewpoints diverge so far that finding common ground is practically impossible. And that's okay, because, you see, agreeing to disagree is not an admission of defeat. Rather, it's a testament to the maturity of your communication skills. When you agree to disagree, you acknowledge the other person's viewpoint without necessarily accepting it. You validate their thoughts and feelings, even though you may not share them. This can help to diffuse tension and often prevents the conversation from spiraling into an argument. It's a way of saying, I respect your perspective, even if I don't agree with it. So, the next time you find yourself in a deadlock, remember, it's not about winning, it's about understanding. Agreeing to disagree is a sign of mutual respect and understanding. 10th, always follow up. You see, the conversation doesn't end when you walk away. One of the most crucial elements of navigating difficult conversations is the follow-up. It's like the cherry on top of a sundae, the final touch that brings everything together. Why is this so important, you ask? Well, following up shows that you are committed to resolving the issue at hand. It demonstrates your dedication to action, not just words. It's a clear sign that you value the conversation and the relationship. Imagine this, you've just had a tough talk, and there are some agreed-upon actions. You part ways, but then what? There's a void, a gap that needs to be filled. This is where the follow-up comes in. It helps ensure that the actions agreed upon are being implemented. It's a way of checking in, a gentle nudge to keep things moving forward. So remember, after a difficult conversation, don't forget to follow up. A quick follow-up can go a long way in ensuring the success of the conversation. And there you have it, the 10 strategies to navigate difficult conversations. We've journeyed together through the importance of preparation, the power of active listening, and the necessity of maintaining composure. We've underscored the value of using I statements to express personal feelings and perspectives, seeking first to understand the other person's viewpoint, and exercising patience throughout the conversation. We've also highlighted the fine line between being assertive versus being aggressive, the need to focus more on solutions than on problems, and the wisdom of agreeing to disagree when consensus is out of reach. Lastly, we've touched on the significance of following up to ensure continued understanding and resolution. These strategies are not just tools, but they're also stepping stones to building better relationships, fostering understanding, and promoting effective communication. Remember to subscribe to HouseLux Estate for more insightful videos. Until next time, navigate your conversations with confidence.